and welcome in or welcome back. It's a Monkey Mar. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you click the like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications. Hey guys, welcome in. Let's get into this story on little Oakley Carlson. A story that I was not going to touch on, like we do not have enough of these babies MIA, but this one is another one where the parents get Shitty Parent of the Year award. And with that, guys, let's get into it. These parents right here, my gosh, Parents of the Year, not. Let's get into this update on Oakley Carlson timeline of events. The search for 5-year-old Oakley Carlson. The Gray Harbor County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who saw 5-year-old Oakley Carlson over the past year to come forward. Oh, only missing for a year? What in the entire F is going on with these 5-year-olds going missing? Can't make it up. Gray Harbor County, Washington, where is Oakley Carlson? That is the question investigators in Gray Harbor County have been trying to answer since the 5-year-old was reported missing in early December of 2021. Detectives believe the circumstances surrounding the child's disappearance are suspicious and criminal in nature. Law enforcement was first alerted to Oakley's disappearance after the principal of Oakville Elementary School called the Gray Harbor County Sheriff's Office, saying she was concerned for the 5-year-old's safety. And that right there is a good principle. A year. A child missing for a year before she's reported missing. You know, people like this need to not even exist, in my opinion. Deputies arrested Oakley's parents, identified as Andrew Carlson and Jordan Bowers, in December 2021. They've been charged with endangering another one of their children by withholding medicine. Investigators searched the family's property for 7 days looking for Oakley, but found nothing. Gray Harbor County Undersheriff Brad Johansson said investigators believe Oakley was last seen alive on February 10, 2021. Oakley's parents claim they last saw her on November 30th. Anyone with information about Oakley's disappearance is asked to contact Gray Harbor County's Sheriff's Office non-emergency number or contact Detective Sergeant Paul Logan or by email. And I will put all of that down below in the description. Below is a timeline of events surrounding Oakley's disappearance put together from court documents and previous King 5 reporting. And I will be live tonight so that we can go over some of the other information in this case, that it's just a lot going on and I don't want to have an hour-long video. Let's get into the timeline. August 2017, Oakley is sent to live with foster parents Eric and Jamie. Oakley's foster mom told King 5 there were multiple red flags while the 5-year-old was in their care. October 2019, Jamie Lowe Heil said that the state contacted her and her husband that Oakley was going to be placed back in her parents' care. Why? Because I'm going to talk about the parents after I get over this timeline and what I think about them and their prison picture. Well, mugshot. Okay, I'll be nice. November 2019, Oakley is returned to her biological parents, Andrew Carlson and Jordan Bowers, the meth heads. We're going to run their background too and see what kind of trouble they've been in, but we'll do that tonight. December 25th, 2020, Oakley. December 25th, 2020, Oakley goes to her grandparents' home for Christmas with her family. During the investigation, Oakley's grandmother told police Oakley didn't look well. According to court documents, Oakley's grandmother told police had dark circles under her eyes, pale skin, and that she had scratches or sores on her face. Oakley's grandmother called Protective Services after seeing Oakley but never heard anything about it after that time. But you didn't call back, did you? Court documents say Oakley's grandmother contacting CPS regarding Oakley made great waves within the family, and Oakley's parents have not spoken to or seen the grandparents since then. Another one with all the what ifs. DCF needs to get their shit together, and I'll tell you, there's got to be a way. Do something, start something. I don't know what, but so many children are being let down by their families, the system. It's just sad. February 10th, 2021. Oakley was last seen alive by someone who is associated with the family. Johansson said investigators previously believed Oakley was last seen alive on January 27, 2021. Close to 365 days. Another beautiful baby has gone missing when she was in a home where the parents loved her, and we have to pull her out and put her back into the house of the Cocoa Puff face parent. And no, I'm not going to be nice. The parents are shitty. November 6, 2021, Andrew Carlson calls dispatch just before 5 p.m. to report a fire at the family home earlier in the day. He told dispatchers his daughter used a cigarette lighter and caught the couch on fire, and said he put the fire out himself. He said a response wasn't needed but wanted to report the fire. Bullshit. No way a kid 4 years old, 5 years old is going to light a fire with a lighter and set a couch on fire. I don't believe it. Bowers had also told others Oakley had started the fire and that she and her husband fought the fire for about 4 hours, court documents say. GTFO. 4 hours, but you called the fire department to tell them that you put it out, but meanwhile you battled a fire for 4 hours, endangering the kids, the house, and the property. Nah, I don't believe it. Fire investigators later confirmed there was a fire at the home, but said they believed the fire started from the microwave on the kitchen counter. Well, there you go. Like I said, guys, I don't read any of this until I read it while I'm recording my videos because I just want it new. November 10, 2021, Oakville Elementary School Principal Jessica Swift went to Oakley's home to bring the family supplies after the fire and stayed at the house for about 45 minutes. When Swift asked about Oakley, her parents told Swift that Oakley was in her room. November 24, 2021, Swift went back to Oakley's home to drop off more supplies. Swift told police she saw the other 3 children, but not Oakley, and left after about 5 minutes. Oh, they have more children too. 3 other children. Imagine that. December 4, 2021, Oakley's 6-year-old sibling goes to Swift's home for a play date and sleepover. When Swift asked about Oakley, the sibling got upset and said, "Oakley is no more," according to court documents. When Swift asked about Oakley again, the sibling said Oakley went to live with her foster parents that she had lived with before. Deputies later confirmed to Swift that Oakley was no longer in foster care. December 5, 2021, Swift asked Oakley's siblings if Oakley lived with them and was told no. The siblings then told Swift that Oakley was living with her former foster parents. Swift contacted the Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office saying she was concerned for Oakley's safety and requested a welfare check. December 6, 2021, the Tumwater Police Department conducted a welfare check at the hotel Oakley's family was staying at after the fire. Responding officers said Oakley was not at the hotel. Andrew Carlson told officers Oakley was with his parents, said he didn't know of his father's phone number, and could not remember the address of his father's home. Okay. Officers reached out to Andrew Carlson's father, who said he had not seen Oakley since December of 2020, according to court documents. Officers reported Andrew Carlson did not seem surprised that Oakley wasn't with his parents. Officers spoke with Bowers and she became uncooperative and refused to answer further questions and went back into the hotel room, according to documents. After officers left the hotel, Andrew Carlson called dispatch to report Oakley missing. You can't make this up. Officers went to the family's home after they left the hotel. After arriving at the family home, law enforcement drafted a search warrant for the resident that was approved. During a search of the family's home, toys and clothing were located for all of the children except Oakley. Blood was found on the blinds and the front door, as well as a handprint on the wall in the downstairs hallway. When Oakley's parents were questioned another time by law enforcement, Bowers became uncooperative and was arrested for obstructing an investigation. During questioning, Andrew Carlson had limited information about Oakley's whereabouts and made statements to the effect of Oakley being dead or not coming back for a reunion, court documents say. Andrew Carlson and Bowers were arrested on charges of obstruction of law enforcement and first-degree manslaughter. December 2nd, 2021, officials continue searching the family property. The Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office posted a Facebook asking for the public's help locating Oakley. December 8, 2021, Gray Harbor Sheriff's Office detectives, Washington State Patrol troopers, and the FBI were seen searching the areas surrounding the family's property, which covers about 300 acres. Video taken by King 5 shows crime scene tape at the end of the home's driveway and tents set up in the yard. Investigators also appeared to be digging. December 9, 2021, the Gray Harbor County Sheriff's Office announced Bowers and Andrew Carlson face charges of abandonment of a dependent person in the second degree after investigators discovered evidence the parents had not been providing medication prescribed to their other daughter for 15 months. The medication is necessary for the 6-year-old's health, and going without it puts her at risk of physical impairment, which could eventually result in death, investigators said. Oakley's parents were no longer being held on the charge of first-degree manslaughter. Johansson said the ground search of the family home and property was extensive, and the sheriff's office also brought in divers and aircraft. December 12, 2021, a Change.org petition pushing for new laws protecting foster children hit 2,000 online signatures. The petition calls for a law passed that would create a 5-point system of support to check in on children who are returning after exiting the foster care system, and to mandate long-term drug testing for families who are reunited with their children. Another law, another what if, could have saved Oakley and Harmony, right? December 13, 2021, Johansson told King 5 detectives are still working on the case, but investigators finished searching the family house and property. December 15, 2021, Oakley's grandparents, whom officers say helped with the investigation, released the following statement. The Carlson family have been and continue to be fully cooperating with the investigation. Our only objective is to find our granddaughter Oakley. We are praying that Oakley will be found soon, and also for the multitude of good people working around the clock to make that happen. We ask that the media respect our privacy during this very difficult time, and we do not wish to make any further statement for now. Thank you. December 17, 2021, the Oakley Law petition ends with nearly 7,000 signatures. Representative Mike Chapman of the 24th Legislative District, Oakley's district, gave the following statement to King 5. I met with Representative Tana Sen and staff from the Washington State Department of Children, Youth, and Families, DCYF, today to discuss policy and budget options. We should have a better scope of solutions when we meet in January. December 30th, 2021, Bowers and Andrew Carlson appeared in court for allegedly not providing medication to Oakley's 6-year-old sibling for 15 months, which is necessary for the child's health. Gray Harbor County Superior Court Judge Catherine Sabota found probable cause for one of the abandonment of a dependent person in the second degree against both Bowers and Carlson. Bail was set at $150,000. Bowers and Carlson are expected back in court for their arraignment on January 10th of 2022, where they pled not guilty. The abandonment charges are unrelated to the investigation into the disappearance of Oakley, although Chief Criminal Deputy Jason Walker alleged during Thursday's hearing that Bowers and Carlson clearly know what happened to the 5-year-old child, and they are not saying anything. Before Thursday's court hearing, demonstrators gathered outside the Grays Harbor County Courthouse demanding justice for Oakley. January 10, 2022, Andrew Carlson appeared before a Grays Harbor County Superior Court judge and entered a not guilty plea on abandonment charges. related to another child. Jordan Bowers was scheduled to be arraigned Monday afternoon. Judge Dave Edwards set a trial date of April 19th, 2022. Trial is scheduled to last 4 days. Edwards said Andrew Carlson and Bowers' case have been joined, so both parents will be on trial at the same time. Gray Harbor County Superior Court Judge Catherine Svoboda previously found probable cause for 1 count of abandonment of a dependent person in the second degree against both Bowers and Carlson. The charge is a Class C felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. Bail was previously set at $150K. Ugh. You know, I don't know, guys. It's just so upsetting that these parents do this to these children instead of leaving that little child in the foster care where she seemed to be thriving and happy. Again, another child that was let down by the system and their parents. Something's got to give, guys, and something has got to stop. How do we go from looking like this, happy, smiling, attractive, look at little Oakley smiling, 3 other kids, 4 plus Oakley, and then you look like this with all of the scars all over the face from picking, and of course the father, sores, bumps all over his face, probably meth, probably picking. But were you only mean to Oakley and you were not mean to the other 3? I don't get it. I hope that they find little Oakley and there is a justice for Oakley. These parents right here are complete monsters. They are disgusting. I will see you guys later tonight, but that is all I have for this video. Pray for Oakley Carlson, guys, and let's light a candle. And with that, it is a wrap. I want to thank you all for coming in. Thank you for watching. Please like or dislike, whichever you prefer, and subscribe. Everyone have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.